Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. How are you, everyone? Good evening here in Saudi Arabia. Good morning in Florida, USA. My name is Abdulazim Umar. I was born in Sudan, but I live in Saudi Arabia for 5 years. Today, let's welcome with Miss Shaba Shams. She attended American University and built a successful career, and she is business. She is consulate and career business coach and international speaker. She is CEO founder Shaba Enterprises, and she is passionate about growth and has dedicated her life to helping others improve their life. And she likes to exercise, hiking, and cook. And she also a photographer, which she enjoys doing during travel. And let's uh, chat with her. Assalamu alaikum, Shaba Shams.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh. Hello, citizens of the world, and salam alaikum wherever you guys are all over the world. I hope this Thursday finds you well and safe, inshallah.
Inshallah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Please tell us about yourself. Who is Shaba Shams and where are you from?
Well, my name is Shaba Shams, and I'm originally from Algeria. I was born and raised in Algeria, and I was fortunate to have gotten a good education in Algeria. And then I came to the United States in 1997, and I attended universities, and I was fortunate to have a really good life here, alhamdulillah, between growth and education and entrepreneurship. I'm very passionate about helping people tap into their potential to grow and develop and reach their potential. And I have been an educator all my life, and now an entrepreneur and a coach as well, inshallah, to help people tap into their potential and develop.
Wow, that is so good. That's so good. Thank you. So, Ms. Shams, could tell us about your journey from Algeria to USA?
Well, it wasn't easy, clearly. I mean, it's very challenging for immigrants to go to a different country and to have to learn a new language and a culture. I'm sure for you was the same thing since you left your country and you went to Saudi, right? So how long have you been living in Saudi?
I have been 6 years.
6 years, mashallah. So it's difficult, right? So it's difficult
Yes.
because you have to learn a new language, you have to learn a new just lifestyle. And so, yeah, but I believe that I've done a good job in terms of learning, adapting and making America my home, alhamdulillah. And
Alhamdulillah.
the first thing that I had to learn is the language, and then the culture, and then the education system, and then the workforce system. So yeah, it was like a lot of different things that needed to be, to get used to it.
Wow, that is so good. That is really very good journey. So, Ms. Shams, could you tell us what are the accomplishments you achieved during the last period in your life?
Well, I mean, achievements. I think every achievement is relative. It's like a journey of life has a lot of separate little achievements, and
Yep.
the sum of everything. So I think the biggest achievement in the last recent years is really just the decision that I made to leave corporate America and really become a full-time entrepreneur, to build my legacy and to build my business, and really just to be able to focus on what I am really meant to do and what I am interested in doing in this life. So that's my biggest accomplishment. And of course, with that comes all the different intricacies of building a business and connecting with the community, and help, just different things that you have actually to establish for you to advance. So for accomplishment is every step you take daily that gets you closer to where you want to be and to achieving your goals. I think I lost you. Sorry to the audience. I think we're having some connection difficulties here. So I don't know if I should be just talking. Here he is. He's back.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. There is some problem on network. I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you
That
so much
happens.
for thank you so much for continue. So you know, Miss Shaba, now you are passionate and about growth and has dedicated her life to the helping others people to their life. How can you do that?
Well, the first, you cannot give what you don't have. That's number one. For you to be able to give people wisdom or advice or mentor people, you already have to have a certain level of expertise, a certain level of compassion, of empathy. You already have to have a good heart to really want to do good things for people and impact people. So, but it starts with you, right? You start with yourself. And the first thing you in your process of growth is intentionality. You have to tell yourself that in order for me to help people, I need to know what I don't know. I need to grow. I need to gain different skills to be able to help them. And when you do that, then you have to have a plan for your growth. Okay, like books you read, people you need to listen to, people you need to talk to. You reinforce your faith, because faith and your belief system are very important in your whole process of growth. Without Allah, without your faith, without your prayers, without, you don't have a foundation. So you need really to build that foundation for you to be able to move forward. And then you get mentors and you get like-minded people and you have conversations to guide you. So then you start learning about really what's going on and what's happening within you. And then you meet people who have the need also to grow, who have the need, for instance, to start a business, who have the need to apply for a job, who have a need to get promoted. So all these needs then come to you, through demands or through people who knock on your door or call you or message you. And then you put in place a process, and then you help them through the way. But the number one thing you need to do in order for you to be able to help people is listen. You really have to listen to what are their challenges, what problems do they have, and give them a good outlet where and how they can change things for themselves. And also, people need to understand that they have to do the work. Like okay, so if you come to me, and that's something also that I do with health and fitness. So if you come to me and you say, oh, I want to eat healthy because my sugar is high, or because I gain weight or something like that. So then you get a plan, you have to exercise, you have to eat healthy, you don't eat carb, you don't, okay, the tool and the process is good. But then if you put it on the table and then you go and eat hamburgers, or you eat like fatty food, or you just sleep on, all day,
Yeah.
and you sit on the couch, it's not going to do any good to you. So you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And I can easily, because I worked with so many people, and I supervise and I coach and I mentor so many people, that it doesn't take me long to see where people are. Do they have the hunger? Do they have the commitment? It really doesn't take me long after I sit down and I assess somebody. I can easily, say this person is gonna do the work at 100%. This person 50%. This person is just talk, talk, talk. So that's what we need to understand, that not everybody takes their life seriously in wanting to improve and change. Some people are just lazy. Some people are just dreamers. So we need to be also expecting that for you to help people to really change and grow and develop, they have to do the work. They have to be committed. You agree with that? I hope that people have
Wow.
to be committed, right? It starts with
Yeah, right.
you. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, sure, sure. Wow, that is so interesting. That's So good. Yeah. Thank you so much for this is good advice for all the people. Can you tell us about now all the people now they are in lockdown in some of countries and this pandemic COVID-19 and what is your advices you can give us to the people they are safe. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you say it again? I lost you.
Sorry, now all of people now they are in lockdown, and what is your advices if you want to give
Oh,
him to do
about COVID, the
COVID
lockdown and
19?
the pandemic. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So I do have a video actually on my page, and then I believe it's also on my website and shaba.org
Mhm.
and their blogs,
Wow.
of a conversation that I had with Care Florida, um, months ago, actually just at the beginning of COVID-19, where I was actually given advice on what to do and how to become productive at home. So you're more than welcome to go to shaba.org under my blog and watch that video. It's like an hour long. So I have another co-host who actually spoke as well. And then as far as what to do, I think unfortunately the COVID-19 is making us live in a different way, right? The life is changing in a way that we cannot even imagine, and we don't even know what life is going to be like and how we need to change the way we behave and the way we do things. It's just the reality of things. Like, for instance, in the US, about a month ago or so, we started plan one or A or whatever to reopen America. And then now we have a surge because people did not really adhere to the regulations of social distancing and wearing masks. So now we have big, huge number of people
Yeah.
being contaminated. So my point here is that we don't know how things are going to be. So we need to start thinking and anticipate that this virus is going to be here for a long time. And we need to start learning, living differently. What does it mean? It means that the life outside is going to be very limited. So you have to figure out what to do in your home, what to do in your office. And people now have time on their hands because a lot of social activities that we normally do, now we are not doing them. So this is actually the very best time to develop skills, to learn different things. I mean, all the stuff that I learned since March, because of the pandemic and the lockdown, it's really incredible. I mean, I'm tapping into different areas that I haven't even thought about. And so we have, alhamdulillah, this digital platform that give us access to the world. Like now, I'm talking to you and you are in Saudi and I'm in the United States. I mean, it's unimaginable a few years ago that people can have these face-to-face conversations. So take advantage of these tools that we can actually use to learn and grow and start businesses online. That's why we're launching this EarnableMuslim on Monday, to help Muslim entrepreneurs to start something online, give them the step-by-step and the different tools. So now, of course, you cannot just spend time learning. You also need some form of a balance. This is why for Muslims, a good time to, reinforce your relationship with God, take time to do the prayer, take time to, come closer to Allah. Think about the different things that you want to do in your life. And then, of course, the other side is the health side. It's time maybe to look at some good cooking classes and make some healthy food. I mean, my husband and I have not eaten outside in a very, very long time, which is fantastic because we do all our food at home now. And really, it's making us feel better because everything is organic and everything is homemade. So things like this that people need to really think about, because you cannot just lock yourself. You also have to do fun things. I tend to work around the yard. I have a big yard around the house. I tend to clean the yard, to grow tomatoes, clean and just stuff to be physical and be outside without being around people. So there is a very smart way of handling this pandemic. Think about what can you learn. Think about how you can better your relationship with your creator, with Allah, and then things that really help you, have a good time, kind of, otherwise you'd be depressed. So I hope this helps. I mean, there is more to it. It's a whole habits that you need to develop. But I think what I'm trying to tell my audience here is that life is no longer the same. Life is different now. And we need really to be smart about what is life going to be for us and how we can cope and live it.
Wow, that is extremely way to do all the people now this time. I hope all of people they can listen to you and what is your advice. Thank you so much, Miss
My
Shams.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah. So Shams, now I think a lot of people they are using social media. What are benefits in social media?
Well, there are a lot of benefits in social media.
Yes.
First of all, it connects the world, and I understand like sometimes people don't like to be on social media because
Mhm.
they think it's a waste of time. But the truth of the matter, this is where everybody is right now with social media. So one, you can actually understand how these platforms work and use them to market your business and make money in a way. So social media can actually bring you wealth and bring you money, because this is where people go and then they click and they buy and they click and they consume your product. So from an economical standpoint, it's important for businesses to embrace social media, because this is where billions of people are at different levels, whether Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or other platform, Twitter. This is where people are. So you need to go where you find your audience in order for you to reach out to them. So instead of having a little shop or a store in your neighborhood, and you're waiting for that 20 people or 50 people to come to your store, you have access again to 7 billion on the planet that you can reach out to and communicate, either sell your service or your product. So we need to be open to using social media in that sense. The other part is the conversations that are happening right now. We need to be part of these conversations. Like even in the United States, we don't have a lot of Muslims, for instance, who are participating and engaging in intense conversations or in politics or anything like that. When you're not occupying a platform, somebody else is going to take it over and speak on your behalf. So we really want to kind of break that cliche that is in the Muslim world, like, oh, social media is bad and this and that. No, we need to use social media because people are talking about us. People are selling us products. People are reaching out to us. So we need to have a voice. We need to be present. We need to have this Muslim entrepreneurship identity that is part of the global conversation, and have an opinion and defend ourselves or present our views and let our voice heard in order for us to be known.
Wow, nice, so nice. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
answer. Yeah, you're welcome. So, Miss Shams, now you are sharing with the program of challenge 7 days. With the program is Earnable Muslims. Could
Honorable,
you
yeah.
tell us? Yeah, could you tell us about that?
So the project itself came about because we're very involved by the nature of where we live in different programs that are not designed by Muslims. And we did realize that there was something missing, because a very important key for success is your belief system and values. So when we learn from non-Muslims, we can take a lot of knowledge, but there is that piece of values and belief system that's missing. So we decided to create something for Muslims, bring that knowledge for the Muslim community to learn how to start and launch a business online while they are following, Islamic, within the Islamic commerce and the Islamic marketplace. and also the concept of the halal business. The halal business is built on value added to people. It's based on the idea that you have to follow permissible, what Allah has allowed you to make money and earn money from. So that's very important for Muslims. And then why is it important for Muslims to earn money and to build wealth? Because they can, provide for their families. They can provide for themselves. They can give zakat to help the Muslim community. They can create jobs for the Muslims. So it is very important for us to start pushing and promoting the ability for Muslim men and women to earn money to help themselves and serve their communities and Islam.
Wow, that's extremely so infinite. It's so successful. I hope it
Inshallah.
will complete it.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah, that is good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Miss Shaba, could you tell us about your goals if you want to achieve your dreams in this life?
Are you sure you wanna ask me that question? Well, I mean, you have to have big dreams. You have to, to seek greater things, for you to keep that excitement. And Alhamdulillah, I've always been a big visionary and a big dream. But what my dreams are, of course, I have a 3-year, and I have a 5-year, and I have worldwide, long-term years. First of all, I do not believe that one day I will stop doing what I'm doing. I don't believe in retirement. I don't believe, because I am passionate about what I do. And my excitement comes from this, like connecting with people and sharing ideas. And really, Alhamdulillah, God had blessed me with a very good mind and a good common sense, in thinking about life and about meaning things, So Alhamdulillah, that's something that I want to share, and I want to impact people with this. So 3 years from now, I want this business to really develop and grow. 5 years, I would like to see the World Institute for Leading and Learning, which will be an Islamic-based World Institute created and running. And I want to really be able to travel all over the world after COVID-19 and kind of reach out to people. I'm big on give as well. So I see myself being very involved in charity work and nonprofit organizations to promote empowerment and literacy and digital literacy with young adults, like between 14 and 15 to 23. And then I'm really interested in Muslim women as well, and Muslim women entrepreneurs, and see how we can help them grow and gain some level of financial freedom and stability. Because especially outside of this country, when you go to the, Africa or, Pakistan or India or all these places, I mean, there is a huge need for women to be shown and helped and supported in really just gaining some level of good life and a good income and a level of decency or a decent living. So, and of course, education has always been super important to me. So I'm a big advocate for education. So there is a lot of work that I want to do. It just matter of step by step into becoming my big legacy.
Wow, that is good. May Allah to help you and achieve your everything if you want in this life.
I mean,
Inshallah.
inshallah, I mean.
Inshallah. So, Shiva, I have been living more than 5 countries in this world, and I collect some of cultural from around these countries.
Nice.
Could you tell us what is compared between cultures in Africa and cultural in Europe?
Cultural in Africa and where?
In Europe, in USA,
in Europe,
especially, yeah.
Or you mean the United States?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's very different. It's like we have, I'm from North Africa, Algeria, and we have a lot of different things in terms of the food, the architecture, just a little different things, for instance, that we don't have here. for example, since I've been in America, I always look for a very good French bakery, because my
Wow.
culture is about good food. We have good pastries, we have
Yes.
good baguette, good bread. So when I go to, France or Algeria, that's the first thing that I do. I go find a bakery because we don't have good ones here. There is no good French bakery, and I am not crazy about bagels and donuts. So that's another thing too. Like sometimes you get used to what you eat, you get used to, your lifestyle, and you miss it because it's not here. From like a food which is part of the culture here standpoint, there is something that I could never get used to, which is barbecue sauce. For instance, I can never eat
Yeah.
barbecue sauce. And there are things, regardless of how many times people try to make me try them or use them, I don't. Um, like different things, like just the way people, for instance, do certain things here is different from us. So thankfully, when you go home, you adapt. You're part of that culture, and then when you come here, you just get used to it. And there are, of course, things that we kept, because we bring our heritage as well. So there are things that we do, like for instance, the Ramadan and the prayers and the Jum'ah and just different things that we still do as part of who we are here, even though we live in America. So alhamdulillah, it's the food also.
Yeah.
We cook at home, and my husband is Syrian and I'm from Algeria, so our food is very Syrian Algerian. And just have an identity and just keep it and adapt it to the culture where you live. So what about you? What's that are the differences in culture between where you're from and Saudi?
Yeah, so I collect more cultures between Sudan and Saudi Arabia. They're same cultures, but different. Some things like celebrate and like celebrating weddings. In Sudan, they can find other people. They can dance together with the woman in the same hall. But in Saudi Arabia, different.
Yes.
But yeah, but I have visited India before. I think it is different culture there, but all of people that are going on really simple, and their life simple life.
Yeah.
So I think culture around the world it learn to you more things like local food, like international food. Now my favorite food is biryani. I just like it when I visited in India before.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank
So
you. Thanks for sharing
yeah,
too.
you're welcome. This is a special questions. What is beautiful place if you can enjoy with it? Where are you going in your free time? What do you do?
Oh gosh, what do I do? I'm very active and I'm very outdoors. So, alhamdulillah, we live in Florida. It's beautiful. Um,
Well,
yeah, beautiful. I mean, I love it. A lot of people, they think it's too hot. For me, it's not because I'm from Africa, right? So, being from Africa, I grew up with like heat and no AC. So, for me, عادي,
yes,
يعني, it's fine. Heat is fine.
yes,
So yeah, so I'm used to the heat, and I love Florida because it reminds me of home a little bit, like the palm trees, and it's like the same weather almost. um, so we are very lucky because we have the beach, which is 30 minutes away from where we live, and then we have a lot of trails, and we have lakes, and so we do, like for instance, we go bike, we go run. I have a home gym, so I have a treadmill, an elliptical, and a bike at home. So if like I cannot go out, I work out at home. I have
oh,
also a pool, so I get to swim out here also. But I am very active, and I like just to be doing stuff, like go out on a hike, go out on a bike, just go running. Sometimes I go run around the block. Um, I
wow,
like I like Las Vegas, Nevada, for instance. My husband and I love to travel, so we're always on the go, and then COVID-19 stopped us a little bit, but we
yeah,
we already have plans, for traveling. Colorado, I love it. The Grand Canyon is really beautiful, and last year we did a helicopter ride, and it was phenomenal, breathtaking. So when we don't travel, we like to be very active here, and we just do things, different things. So just keep active, just move around, then you get energetic and you appreciate life. And it's important for your balance as well, because if you want to be creative, if you want to be happy, if you want to be successful, it's important to look into every aspect of your life and doing something. Like sometimes if I feel overwhelmed or tired, I stop everything and I just go out and walk on the beach, and I just sit and look at the water and the sky or whatever, and it helps you. If you don't have a beach, do other stuff, just like just sit in the yard or the garden, or sit
Yes.
on your porch, on your balcony. Just give your time a moment where you just like this, breathe. But
Yes.
we're very active, and we do stuff all the time, alhamdulillah.
Wow, mashallah, mashallah. You are very lucky, mashallah. I hope you are.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, alhamdulillah. يعني
Alhamdulillah.
نعمة
Wow.
ربك فحدث. يعني it's like
No,
I'm so grateful that I live in Florida, because it's just I didn't live in Florida until 3 years ago. So for 20
Wow.
years I lived in the Midwest, and there is no ocean, there is no beach.
Wow.
20
Yeah.
years I was praying, I was asking Allah bring me to Florida, and alhamdulillah it happened. So for me,
Wow. Yeah.
I manifested that desire to live by the beach, and it happened after 20 years.
Wow, wonderful. May Allah bless you and bless your husband, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
we love it. We love life in Florida.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shaba. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for giving me this golden opportunity. Today, I am so happy now with you and with my audience. Yeah, alhamdulillah. I hope you will be safe and healthy, and I hope everything in your life going on good, inshallah. We will have discussion another, inshallah, by Arabic language.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, for the people who are speak Arabic language and he understand Arabic language, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, thank you so much, so much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.